So now we've been recovered by Cerberus, and we have to escape the Cerberus plant. So in the previous video, we died, and we have been rebuilt like the $6 Million Man.
Or RoboCop.
Or RoboCop. Exactly. And, yeah. The controls are pretty basic. This is actually... The hardest difficulty is quite a bit harder than the normal difficulty. It just is going to require a lot of patience, and you can't really waste ammo like you might have been able to on the easier difficulties. The only level... now, there's going to be a number of videos that I'm going to put together for like basic strategies for hacking and leveling up and that kind of stuff, but the best tip I can give is on the hardest difficulties, be sure to get the incendiary ammo as quickly as you can. I didn't do that, and I should have done it right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of enemies regenerate health very, very fast on the hardest difficulties, and the incendiary ammo prevents them from regenerating health.
Oh.
So that is a very important power-up to have.
Uh-huh.
And you will be using it almost all the time.
And to get this ammo, what do you have to do?
There's a leveling up system where every level you go up, you get 2 points for the first 10 levels, I believe, and then after that you get a point for every level after that.
And you can just spend it on different stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of like a tiered thing. You have to get to the second level of, I believe it's called shredder ammo, before you can do incendiary ammo.
Okay.
And then, so get that incendiary ammo as quick as possible. Now, this is basically a tutorial where they're showing you how to switch guns and all that. Ooh, man, I've been playing so many games recently. I'm trying to remember what the controls are on this, because it's like, I think it's RB switches guns. A sprints. Now, my only major complaint about this is that you can't switch shoulders while you're just walking around, which is really fucking annoying. But you can when you're in cover. And you will be using cover a lot, so.
What are these guys doing?
They're robots.
Crawling?
Crawling. Yeah, so this hacking is pretty easy. What you have to do is you have to match up the two different symbols. It's almost like memory, and you're kind of timed. So you just have to drag the cursor and match up the two. And then there's a second type of hacking that's a little bit more challenging on the brain, at least.
Okay.
But they're all pretty simple.
Because I've seen that game in Mario.
What game?
The matching symbols game.
Oh, with the cards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, on Super Mario Brothers 3.
And new Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Oh, well, it's the same.
For those who don't know, the old games.
Yeah. So, like I mentioned before, I'm going to be editing out all of the cutscenes and dialogue options. There are a couple points in the game, at least one mission that I can think of off the top of my head, where I will be showing the dialogue, because you can fail if you don't choose the right options.
Oh.
And for that, I will be showing what I choose. But overall, I'm just going to be a complete asshole, because I already played through the game and read every single investigation question previously. I'm not going to be doing any, like, not research isn't the right word. Like, I won't be delving deep into the background lore of the game like I did my first time, which could cost me something.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure yet, but we'll find out just in the essence of time, because this guide's going to take forever for me to do.
For the dialogue trees that you can fail, what kind of save point or checkpoint system do they have? Like, is it frustrating when you die from choosing the wrong thing?
Well, okay, there's only one quest that I know of that I failed because I chose the wrong options.
Okay.
And it's very late in the game, and it quick saves pretty frequently, and I just went back to a previous save. Okay. In addition to the quick saves, I also keep backup saves, just because you never know when the power is going to go out when you're quick saving and get a corrupt save file. So always keep a backup save. And you can save almost any time. I don't think you can save in the middle of combat, but you can save extremely frequently. So I was talking about the weapon switching before. There's a couple things that... Another thing this game didn't do well is it didn't teach me a lot of things that it should have. Like, I was well into the game before I found out that you can just hold the weapon switch button to switch quickly between different weapons instead of going into the wheel. Or you tap it, or fuck, I don't remember. I need to start playing this game again. But anyway, so one thing you're gonna have to learn pretty quick is to use your teammates' powers, and it's a pretty cool system actually. You can assign your teammates' powers to buttons on your quick wheel, so you can just use their powers by aiming your mouse and tapping, or your cursor, and tapping a button to make them like lift up an enemy, or slam an enemy or stun them or something like that. So I'll get more into that later. Now, this is the second kind of hacking game. Basically, you're picking out segments of code and matching up 3 of them to unlock whatever it is you're unlocking, extra money, a door or something like that. Now, like I said a second ago, I'll be doing a video where I kind of talk about strategies to make it easier. Now, I found those really easy because I spent a lot of time looking at code. It was really easy for me to pick it out, but I would imagine that if you haven't, it might be more difficult. The thing I always look for first when I'm matching up the intended piece of code with the parts that are scrolling is I look for the alignment, because sometimes there'll be a long block of code that's aligned or justified all the way to the left, and then sometimes there'll be kind of stepped in code with a lot of conditional statements that where it's all like indented, like tabbed in every single line, and those are really easy to spot out. And then after that, I kind of look for the overall color patterns to pick them out quickly.
Okay.
And also, when you're moving your cursor around those hacking screens, you cannot touch the red.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's a fun power that I like to use, and I think I'm going to be using Caden. Or no, that's not Caden. I'm thinking of the guy from the first game.
And you need to get back into this game.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's so many things I'm trying to cover really quickly.
Yeah.
I think the 2 guys I'm going to be using the most are the hot chick that I'm going to try to fuck at the end of the game. I did on my first playthrough, because she has a really good power that increases the damage of everybody on your team. So I found that, because basically my goal is to just get as much damage as possible. So you run down there, you talk to the elusive man, and then you can run up and talk to your partners and get a little bit more information about them if you want. I read every single possible thing that I could with every character and listened to all the dialogue my first time through the game, and I highly recommend taking your time doing it as well, because it's really well done, and most games aren't.
Right.
So it was awesome to see that much. So this is the squad power-up thing. Yeah, the disruptor ammo. I should be putting points into the disruptor ammo so I can get the incendiary ammo as quickly as possible right now. Don't do what I did there.